Redo You, the podcast that teaches you tools and strategies so you can build the confidence to rediscover and reinvent yourself. With me, Emma Hull, your favorite life coach. Each week, I'll introduce a concept that you can implement right away so you can live your most authentic life. Let's get started. What if I told you that every time you allow fear, doubt to guide your decision-making, you're actually stealing from yourself. You're robbing yourself of your potential. You're stealing from your future self. Today, I'd like to talk to you about Asteya, which is a yogic principle all about stealing, or rather not stealing. And it's not just about taking on the principle of not stealing material things, not stealing things from others, but it's also thinking about stealing time, stealing energy. Think about the different ways in which you might steal from yourself. Sometimes we allow that fear to decide to not take an opportunity that we've been presented with. You don't apply for that job because you feel like maybe you don't even qualify. You're stealing from your potential there. What about when you show up late to coffee with a friend? You're stealing from their time. There's lots of different ways that we steal from ourselves and from others. I actually just watched the movie The Substance, and that really plays on this idea of the battle between who you are and who you think you should be. And in it, these two versions of the protagonist are stealing from each other. Now, of course, that's if you've seen it, you'll know that's an extreme example. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's great. But think about, where are you stealing from yourself, and how can you shift that behavior so that instead of stealing from your future self, you're investing in your future self? What personal opportunities are there that you could change? When you choose to lie in bed scrolling on Sunday mornings instead of getting up and going out for a walk, what are you stealing from yourself? When you choose to eat outside of whatever your meal plan was for the day, what are you stealing from yourself? And, these could be rhetorical questions as well. Sometimes maybe you decide, no, actually, I'm not stealing from myself. If I didn't eat this croissant while I'm having breakfast in Montreal, that would be stealing from myself. Whereas I'm going to enjoy it, and my future self will thank me for that rather than regretting not having done it. It's really about awareness, about thinking intentionally how you spend your time, how you spend your energy, and the way that you interact with the world. I invite you to think about the principle of Asteya as you go throughout your day today, and consider that and notice how that changes how you show up. Perhaps over the next week, you'll see a pattern where you tend to exhibit non-stealing, and then other areas of your life where you tend to steal from yourself. And just like everything I teach you, it's all about that self-awareness and then making that educated decision about what would you like to do with this information that you have. You are the master of your destiny. You get to choose every single aspect of your life. And so choose where you're going to take. If this episode resonated with you, please consider sharing it with a friend who needs to hear this. And if you're ready to stop stealing from yourself and to step into your amazing goddess power, schedule a strategy session with me and let's talk about how coaching can help. Go to my website, lifeuntethered.com/book, and you can find a time there that works for you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next week. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Redo You podcast. Remember to subscribe, rate, and review, and tell a friend, because together we rise even higher. See you next Friday.